Welcome to your Google Maps tutorial. We're going to take a quick look at how you can use Google Maps to plan your journey and so much more. So we're going to take a look at Google Maps, and I have already done a quick search to an area of the state of Georgia that we here at ABG absolutely love, and that is the area of Savannah. So you can see the map at this point is basically just showing a lot of highways. It's showing the city of Savannah here. We can see the wildlife refuge, and then of course we can see the coastline and some of the islands that you're probably familiar with. The question is, we know we want to go to Savannah, but we have no idea what to take a look at. And when we look at Google Maps in the format that we're in just after doing a basic search, I might tell myself that I want to go to Tybee Island, but I don't really know what's there for me to really investigate. So I'm going to come up here and pull back out my search tool, and you will notice that Google has really built in some pretty cool features here. And one of those is that you can expand your search by clicking nearby. So if I click nearby and come over here and actually hit the city of Savannah, and I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's, I may need to zoom in because I'm not really on anything just yet. So I've dropped a pin here, and now we're going to come back and hit nearby. Now you notice restaurants, hotels, and bars and pubs are coming up. So if I wanted to find a place to eat, I could simply click restaurants and notice what it does. It suddenly has given me a wealth of information in the fact that these little icons have popped up, and when I hover over them I get some information. Now in our course we're going to talk about, do we want to eat at Subway and Arby's, or do we want to find something a little more interesting, like maybe this Munchie's Barbecue and Subs. This might be a mom and pop type of restaurant that we want to spend our time in. So you can see the little icons have popped up, and that kind of gives us a starting off point of things that we can look for. And of course I can zoom in and zoom out if I need more and more and more. But again, keep in mind that it's going based on the pin that I've dropped here, which is near the Hyatt Regency, which is on the riverfront, which is right in the heart of Savannah. There are also descriptions and links to the websites of these restaurants, so if I really wanted to find out about the different barbecue joints that I'm seeing, I can actually click on the barbecue joint here, or I can come over and find it in my list. Here's another one, and notice this one has 4.8 star rating, and I can click on this and it's gonna jump me over to information about this restaurant, could take me to their website and that sort of thing. But I'm not really looking for restaurants at this point, because at this stage of the game I'm really looking for the historic sites that I want to visit. So if I go for historic sites and do a quick search, now I'm going to get a new set of icons. And as you can see here, these have different little symbols over them, but if I hover, you will begin to see that some really cool places are popping up for me. And I'm just going to slide this map over. So remember, we're here in Savannah. I can even zoom us out just a tad. Let me see. Let's see how far we can go with this. Yeah, okay, here we go. This is what I wanted you to see. That we knew we wanted to travel all around Savannah, and we can see that the city of Savannah is going to have a lot of historic sites. But if you will look a little distance from the heart of Savannah, there's so much more to explore. You can see here the Wormslow Historic Site, which is an 18th century ruins plus gardens and trails. It's a fabulous place to visit. The Isle of Hope Historic District, another wonderful place and worth your time to look at some historic buildings and some history that's a little bit off the beaten path. And then remember, we mentioned Tybee Island earlier, and a lot of people might not realize, but there is the Battery Garland actually on the island, and the Tybee Fort Pulaski National Monument, Tybee Lighthouse, all of that is there. And these are historic things that you can see that are just a short drives from Savannah. And so the way that you could possibly find out about these locations is that you've used your Google Map tool, you've zoomed in, zoomed out to actually find what is in and around the other area. Now, one really cool thing that I didn't show you in the beginning that I want to go back to very quickly is that you can save these searches. So once you begin a search, you want to save it as a list. And once you create and save your list, you can share them out with other people in your family. So you could share them by sending them a link. You could share them by embedding them in your website, for example, if you have a blog. You can also send all of this to your phone. So what's so great is that if you've got all of these searches saved and all of the lists that you've created of places that you want to visit, you now have them accessible on your phone while you're traveling, and you don't have to reinvent the wheel. So don't forget to look at Google Maps as a tool for finding these locations in and around a particular place that you might be visiting, so that you can really jump into the history. And no visit to Savannah would be complete without a stop at Bonaventure Cemetery. And we might not have ever known about Bonaventure had it not been for Google Maps. Happy trails!